All right, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about the porting from Python 2 to 3 documentation. So let's look at the FAQ sunsetting Python 2, final Python 2.7 release schedule, Python 3 statement, and then porting Python 2 code to Python 3, and then Python 2 support and migration. Okay. So sunsetting Python 2. We are volunteers who make and take care of Python programming language. We have dedicated that January 1st, 2020 was the day that we sunset Python 2. That means we will not improve it anymore after that day. Even if someone finds a security problem in it, you should upgrade to Python 3 as soon as you can. So why are they doing this? We needed to sunset Python 2 so we can help Python users by improving Python faster. They released Python 2.0 in 2000. We realized a few years later that we needed to make big changes to improve Python. So in 2006, we started Python 3. Many people did not upgrade, and we did not want to hurt them. So for many years, they kept improving and publishing both Python 2 and Python 3. But this makes it hard to improve Python. There are improvements Python 2 can't handle, and we have less time to work on making Python 3 better and faster. So essentially what they did is they created Python 2, ran into a lot of problems, and created Python 3 in 2006, and they've been basically updating both for 14 years. Okay. They finally had enough and said, look, we're spending too much time improving an old version. Let's just work on the new one, is basically what happened. So they basically are discontinuing Python 2. It doesn't mean you can't use it. It just means that they're going to focus all their energy on Python 3, which I think is fantastic. So now let's talk about the final Python 2.7 schedule. Okay, so with this, Python 2.7 is the end of the Python 2.x series and is succeeded by Python 3. And we just talked about the sunsetting Python 2 FAQ, so we got the idea there. So this is just maintenance releases when everything was released, and just gives you a change log of everything that's been going on. Okay, so 2.7 release schedule, and then possible features, etc. Okay, so they're just showing you what they did with the release schedule. Okay, then Python 3. So this is their statement. So moving to require Python 3. Almost all major open source Python packages now support both Python 3 and Python 2.7. Okay, and many projects have been supporting these two versions of the language for several years. While we have developed tools and techniques to maintain the compatibility efficiently, it is a small but constant friction in the development of a lot of code. So they are keen to use Python 3 to its full potential. So that's why they're moving everything to Python 3. Okay, and this is just their statement talking about why they're moving and sunsetting Python 2.7. Okay, so there you go. Porting Python 2 code to Python 3. So porting means moving over. Okay, so the short explanation, or this right here. With Python 3 being the future of Python while Python 2 is still in active use, it is good to have your project available for both major releases of Python. So the guide will help you figure out how to best support both Python 2 and 3 simultaneously. Okay, the short explanation. To make your project be a single source Python 2.3 compatible, the basic steps are: only worry about supporting Python 2.7. Make sure you have a good test coverage. Okay, learn the differences between Python 2 and 3. Use Futurize or Modernize to update your code. Use PyLint to help make sure you don't regress on your Python 3 support. Drop support for Python 2.6 and older. Make sure you specify the proper version support in your setup.py file. Have good test coverage, learn the differences between them, update your code. division, test versus binary data, and so on and so forth. So what I'm going to tell you is that we're just going to focus on Python 3. We're not going to focus on supporting Python 2, especially since they've discontinued support as of January 1st of this year, and we're almost in 2021, so it's almost been a year since they haven't supported it. And so what I'll tell you is focus on Python 3. We'll leave it at that. Python 2 support and migration, same thing. Focus on Python 3. Because I didn't do a course on Python 2, I'm just going to tell you focus on Python 3, and you're good to go. So that is documentation. All right, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.